What's up, everybody? Coach Ryan here with Project Fresh. Memorial Day is underway and summer is on its way. If you got ambitious plans for the summer, stay around. This one is for you. My name is Ryan Sanders. I'm the owner and lead coach of Project Fresh. And for over the last 13 years, I've had the opportunity to work with many individuals, taking them through multiple different avenues, pathways, experiences, you name it, to take control of their health, optimize their performance, and build sustainable habits that stick. I'm trained as a certified strength and conditioning specialist, as well as a certified sports nutrition coach. And so I've had the opportunity to work with everyone from athletes to busy professionals, coaching them through the science and the real world challenges of fitness and nutrition. So here I share the stories, the lessons, and the systems that make long-term wellness possible. One thing that I've been working on as we look at kind of changing up our branding a little bit, we've realized that our company name served its purpose in the initial part of us getting started, Project Fresh, but now it's kind of more of one of those, what's a Project Fresh? Or what is Project Fresh? What project is it? And we're looking at some rebranding. That being said, being an engineer and still considering myself a lifestyle engineer, we are working on some different concepts. One is engineering a body as ambitious as your lifestyle, right? Or even as ambitious as your desired lifestyle. That's what I want to talk about today. So for those of you who are remembering those who served in our U.S. military today, family members, friends of family, those closest to you who have served and passed, I just want to stop and give that nod that is due for those that have risked it all and, more importantly, sacrificed it all to serve on behalf of the country as we do military, or how we do military here in the United States. Not mandatory unless it's a draft, of course. And so to those of you who have those people closest to you that are now moved on, my very best. Thank you to them that have served. If you are one who was watching who has served, I know it's not Veterans Day, but we know still how much that is a sacrifice, to say the least. We thank you for your service and appreciate you also. And we serve all kinds of military leaders. We had a gentleman beginning of this year, or start of last year, end of last year, coming into this year, went into a medic program, Navy, Marines, and not an easy program, but got him ready for it and set him up nicely for that program. And so with that being said, we do serve military here as well. And being from a military family myself, my grandfather, my grandmother's brothers are a few, two generations for me that served, Navy, Air Force. Those uncles were actually, they went through portions of the Tuskegee Airmen program. If you know anything about that, it's the reason why it had a lot to do with the desegregation, the signing of desegregation of the military. From what they did, their record stands perfect. Never a bomber lost for the bombers, the planes that they defended. So quite a hard record to beat in the context of military. So anyway, with that being said, summer is away. It's on its way. It's here. I know we've still got some storms, different things. Living here in Denver Metro on the Front Range, where we'll see snow forecasted in April, May, and even sometimes June. My wife's like, that's just stupid. It makes me laugh every time, but the nature of living right off the mountains, some very high mountains, if you're familiar with, I assume everybody's familiar with the mountains here in Denver or in Colorado, the many numerous 14ers, just the nature of the climate here. Lots of snow, and it could go until June. And so whenever summer officially hits and sticks, I went to Northwestern. So today is the day where winter finally breaks on average in the Chicagoland area. It's the weekend for Dillo Day. You're like, what the heck is that? Look it up. It's funny, but it's cool. It's a weekend full of just hanging out, having fun, enjoying the weekend. Artists are in town, lots of things to do. It's the mad dash before Dead Week and then Finals Week. So it's kind of bittersweet in the sense that it's fun with friends and lots of things to do while you're in college. Great time. However, on the flip side, it's before the final grind of the year. And so just been thinking about Chicago a lot lately. As a wonderful city to enjoy summer, it truly is fun. But whatever your adventures or plans may be for the summer, I do want to encourage you that it is a season, a great time actually to get in shape because obviously you can get outside and enjoy all the things of being outside, riding, biking, hiking, walking, swimming, all those wonderful activities, pickleball's all the rage, the racket sports, etc. Of course, there's so many other things you can do outside, but ultimately, today's goal is just to encourage you to have a fun summer. And for those of you who may not be planning such a thing, where you're like, man, the summer is going to be very hard. I'm going to be working the whole time. It's going to be very difficult for me. I'm going to be indoors all throughout the summer, not much to do, no vacation or travel. The demands of this inflation impacting this economy the way it is. Totally hear you loud and clear. We're here for you in that sense too. We not only engineer or assist you in engineering a body that's as ambitious as your desired lifestyle, we also have other aspects of that health opportunity that focus in the financials aspect, where my wife and I have added this to the frame, to the business, and seen some wonderful opportunities in many different ways, not just in the ability to add some additional income. I think more importantly, and something we found that seems to be prevalent here in the Denver metro, is community. Having the opportunity to build more community and spend time with those who see health as something that's very important, but also establishing assets or business that's going to go beyond what would be retirement years. Now, I'm speaking to two different demographics: those who are in Gen X and older, maybe the older Gen Xers, maybe not necessarily the younger ones, and up into the baby boomers and etc. You guys still probably have a very solid shot at the traditional retirement, right? Not necessarily the gold watch style retirement from days of old, or the pensions. We all know pensions are very, very rare. But retirement has its possibilities still, right? And probably depends on the market. But for those of us that are Gen X, Gen Y, and younger, retirement is not a thing. There's no expectations whatsoever. If you talk to anybody my age and especially younger, that is not an expectation. We all know that storing up for the future, unless you're really making some serious cash, is a thing. So work is going to be part of our experience for most of our years. And I'll say this too. It's what's really interesting is if you look at the demographics of those who are 65 and older in those retirement years, one of them has already passed on average, if not more. One of them is making the money that's necessary for retiring, and I think that number is like 2 million or something like that to sustain the rest of their years based on average life expectancy and the cost to maintain their current lifestyle. Two out of those 20 are in the space between, I think it's 500,000 and 2 million that can handle that. And then the rest, the last, let's see, so that's 3, 4. The last 16 do not have enough to retire. That means significant reduction of lifestyle, downsizing, moving out of the house, selling the house, moving into an apartment, all the other things, looking at, do I have to start pulling from that egg, I forget the terminology, but pulling from that retirement. And how am I going to make things work? Going into finding a safe post-retirement job. And that's the older generations. That's not us younger generations that are coming up into trying to peak out in our careers. We're in that season of hustle and grind. If you're climbing the corporate ladder, I did 5 years and said, no, thanks. I'm done with that. Went into business for myself. This year is going to be 10 years that I've been doing that. In November, 10 years of doing this on my own as a business owner. It's really something we're really grateful for. And we're looking at things that are going to be assets that are going to stay in play through the years to come. I love what I do as far as coaching goes. And I see people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. So connecting with others, showing them how to improve their health, reclaim their health, keep the health they worked hard for in those later years. And so if that's something of interest to you guys from an aspect of community being the focus, the foundation, or working together collectively as a community. If you'd like to know more, drop community in the chat for me and let me know. I'd love to chat with you, get to know what's going on, get some understanding on what it is that you're looking for in the season, the goals, maybe the obstacles or challenges, the hurdles that you're trying to address, and see if there's something there. If there is, great. If there's not, at the most part, we always like to make sure those that we speak with, we leave you something as a possibility moving forward. There's no sales, there's no bait and switch. I'm not looking to sell you some 4-figure package or whatever. Most of our offers these days are no risk, very low risk. You know, if the investment doesn't work on our product side, we've got a money back guarantee. You get your money back. But in the context of this day and age, there is an idea, and my wife and I talk about this a lot. To be healthy means you have to spend a lot of money. One thing that's really interesting, we had this on one of our recent newsletters, I'll finish here, is that all of the preventative diseases and challenges that we face in our health in the United States can be solved simply by taking a multivitamin daily. And the reason why that is, oftentimes when you hear this, you think, I don't want to take a multivitamin. I can't do that. I always forget, you know, all those things, right? Or why should I spend that money when I can get it from my food? Well, that's the reason why. Only 22, if you're familiar with social media, the Plant Slant guy, Liam, who says K-bye at the end of all of his videos, just gave a clinical study. I think it's like 22% of Americans eat enough fruit every day. So 1 out of 5 Americans eat enough fruit, like what you need. And it's like, why do I need to eat enough fruit, or why do I need to eat enough vegetables? Well, there's the minerals and the vitamins that our body does not produce that we need, the essentials to keep us optimized. So what does that look like? If you're tired all the time, if you're sick all the time, if you're worried that when your kids get sick, you're going to get sick, when you're hitting that 2 p.m. slump every single day and it's only Monday, right? And you're like, oh, why can't it be hump day already? Why can't it be Thursday? Happy early Friday, right? Happy Friday, Junior. All these things that we say, haha, but really we're tired and tired of being tired. A lot of that has to do with not getting enough vitamins and minerals in on your daily eating. And so to do that, what is this upside down pyramid crap that the government has put out, whatever, but ultimately it's like, I think 7 or 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day get you enough vitamins and minerals. And there's all the reasons why it's more than it was before. But that's the reason why those recommendations are made, because based on science, that's the amount of servings that are going to optimize your vitamins, A, B, C, D, K, etc. Right? E, I think I already said E, but anyway, those, it's going to help you with magnesium, calcium, potassium, sodium, all the minerals as well as the vitamins. It's going to get you those in your body so that you're optimized and able to function like your body should. So that's why, you know, your friend's like, man, I'm tired at 2 every day, right? Killing the energy drinks, whatever. That's why that's so much the norm. So that can be solved. 90% of those experience challenges as a result of being unoptimized, not having those levels up day in, day out, tired, stress, fatigue, inflammation, etc., can be solved by a multi. And that's, for us, we've got a not a 1 month supply, but a 2 month supply, 60 days at like $26. I think it's like usually 30 or something, but our members get it at 26. And so that's the partnership that we're grateful for. This particular vitamin has been tested. It's gone through a 30-year peer-reviewed study where they followed people for 30 years and tracked it against those that take other supplements and spend almost the same amount. Those that just take a multi, and then those that don't take anything else. And there's a 20% difference between those that were following what our company was using on a daily basis versus those that were not. 20% difference in risk of those all-cause mortality diseases that come in those later years. 20% difference in risk. That's substantially different. That's like a 10 to 30% difference. Okay. I would rather be in that 10% or less category, especially when I hit my 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, if the Lord wills it. So that's what our health opportunity provides. Again, if you want to be around like-minded individuals supported by a community who loves and cares for you and wants to see the best, great. If you don't, that's cool too. Again, I have nothing for you other than to share what we do and what we have in the context of what we have been blessed and been able to get to do. So that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful Memorial Day. I'm going to go spend time with the missus. We got the day off the rest of the day. Hope you guys have a wonderful one today, and we will see you in June. June is here. First half of the year is almost coming, and like we started off the year, if you remember, I said if you walk just 5,500 steps a day, you will be at 500,000 steps at the year, at the halfway point of the year. I've been really working on it. My wife has been really encouraging me with all the steps she's doing. She's killing it on a regular basis. She had 53,000 steps last week, so she's just staying on top of it. I've got over 160,000 steps this month. I think it's been my best month yet, really just doubling down and making sure, despite the stresses of life, despite the challenges and mishaps and things that aren't necessarily going ideal, just trying to keep things moving, keep things in play and reducing stress. So I hope it's been the same for you guys, and really looking forward to hearing more about how it's going for you as we continue these Monday Lunch Lives. We'll be here 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time next Monday, which is June the 1st, believe it or not, and 11 on the West, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. And of course, for our international folks, appreciate you guys staying up with us as well. So we'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful week and enjoy your Memorial holiday here in the United States.